Hey, so I wanted to I wanted to learn about this nuclear technology stuff, right? They say if you want to know how to secure something, you have to know how the thing works in order to secure it in the first place. So, nuclear facilities, because of how important they are, understanding how the power and how nuclear reactors work. I started diving down in this deep hole, and let me show you real quick. Uh, I had pretty much just very little knowledge of nuclear like energy and how these things work. So after going through a lot of videos, tutorials, and everything, finally got one, spun up. Um, Here we have one rod, and this is from a mod called um, Big Reactors. No, now it's called Bigger Reactors. So we have one rod in there, and it's generating power. We have the coolant, the water that's cooling the reactor that's flooding into here. All of these are access points. So the networking in between them, it's taken some fiddling around, and I still need to make it more efficient. But basically, how this works is these rods they heat up. Let's go ahead and turn it on real quick. So you see, it's full. It says max full with water. But this casing heat, we want to like balance it out down here, and I've been able to reduce it before it shot straight up. So after adding some more water nodes and stuff like that, I'm gonna deactivate it right now. But yeah, adding more water is my plan, and then finding if for temporary and it, but finding I mean with just those one rod, a couple of more of those would be able to sufficiently cool it, but not the other thing that I'm about to show. And so I got it to power these. Now this turbine right here, even the blades, the length of the blades themselves, they matter as far as like the drag that the turbine actually pulls and the energy that's required for that turbine to actually generate and start up. It's the initial startup that is that takes the most power. So this needs to be optimized, but essentially got it working with it. The steam is coming out of the turbine, going in to cool the reactor, and then the reactor or the turbine is also converting that steam, or soon to be converting that steam into water, pumping it in back into the reactor as well. So the steam, this actually, I correct what I said. The steam that is generated, the heat and steam is generated from the reactor, goes into the turbine, spins the turbine then condenses that, turns it into water, and then pumps it back into the reactor in order to cool it. And then over here, we also have another cooling system, just in case, or not just in case, but it definitely needs the other system. So this is a actively cooled nuclear turbine reactor. In the next one, I'll show you the facility that I've been building for like 4 or 5 days now, and we're almost ready to be able to power it on. So I'll show you that in a second.